suddenly realized something was wrong with Donald Trump in the Oval Office, and they rushed the press out. I'm going to look at a couple clips of Donald Trump attempting to speak to reporters yesterday. You will see a lot of what speech language pathologist Hillary Shea described to us earlier today. Here is Donald Trump telling us how strongly the war is over. The war with Iran is so over that he's going to hit him really, really hard.
Under what scenario do you see Iran attacking U.S. installations and personnel overseas and you withdrawing? Or
I don't see that. No, we're not. No, we're gonna hit him very hard. I mean, I can actually say that because in that there's very little they can do about it. It was a different group than we're dealing with. They've already apologized, but we got to smack them a little bit.
This war has ended so strongly that we are now fighting multiple groups in Iran by Donald Trump's own description. But we've won this thing 50 times. Another Trump promise, I'm sure you remember, was the war between Russia and Ukraine is going to be over so quickly. When I get elected, when I get sworn in, within a day, within 100 days, and it's continuing. And Donald Trump weighing in on his recent meeting with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, he says, listen, I get along with both of these guys, and we should really end this thing. Just end it. Trump's frustration really coming through.
How was your meeting with President Vladimir Zelensky yesterday?
It was good.
Did you see a time scale?
No, it was good. Look, he's out doing his thing. I'd like him to end the war. So it's very simple. I get along with both. I get along with President Putin. I get along with President Zelensky. Like I told him, I want to end the war, get the war ended. Thousands of people.
Just ban the virus. Just end the war.
25,000 people died last month. That's standard. And it's not acceptable. So
now back to the real world briefly. There is reporting that Zelensky and Ukraine are planning a massive attack against Russia. Massive, massive attack. Trump, weirdly on this grass thing, where he says grass is like people, it's a very, very strange chapter in the novel that is this insane presidency.
Changing all the grass in all the parks, that's going to be changed very shortly.
Kentucky bluegrass, because that's where Mitch McConnell is from.
So because the grass is very, grass is like human beings. Grass is a life also. And we're raking, cleaning, and changing all of the parks. We don't have people. We don't have the tents anymore. We don't have all the barbed wire up. We don't have the wire up.
Have you ever met a blade of grass that really pissed you off because it was so arrogant? It's just like people. Donald Trump continuing his brutal war against wind energy. And he goes, hey, you know what? When you see windmills, by which he, of course, means wind farms, you know that country is failing. Boy, I've got some facts for you in a moment.
Zero, which is almost hard to believe, but that's what the report says. Our border's become very strong, and your border's very weak. He's got that problem, and he's got energy problem. He's got windmills all over the place, and anytime you see windmills, you see a failing country.
Windmills means failure. Now, it just so happens that Donald Trump's favorite state of Texas has a huge amount of wind power. It also happens that China, which Trump has said before, China's not stupid enough to do this wind power. China is doing a lot of wind power, and they are absolutely crushing us. Just really strange. He's furious with wind power. Excuse me just one second. If you're a regular viewer and somehow still haven't subscribed, maybe today's the day. We're getting really close to 4 million subscribers. I would love for you to be one of the 4 million. Back to the clip. A really bizarre and demented word salad. I won't even introduce this one. Just see if you can make heads or tails out of this.
I don't know if that's because it's the right thing to do, which it is, but it's also that whether you're a Republican or Democrat, you don't want to go and be subjected to this airport, because this airport is it's a terrible place to be, and it's going to be, I believe it'll be rated, within a few years, it'll be rated the best airport in the country. So it's going to be so efficient. Right now, it's totally inefficient. between the trams and the Star Wars thing that they call it the Star Wars, and elevated buses, and nobody knows what's going on. It's a real mess.
And not only that, Donald Trump says air traffic control towers are falling down, literally falling down, not figuratively, not metaphorically. I researched this. It is simply not happening. But why let the facts get in the way of a story?
Bunking into each other at an airport. But where planes come too close, where planes, in the case of the helicopter the helicopter hits the plane, we are working on air traffic control to redo the entire system, including the new towers, because the towers are obsolete. You know, you don't think of it. You see a tower and it looks fine. You go into those towers, they're literally falling down. So we're talking about new towers and all new air traffic control.
I looked, I could not find a single story about a single air traffic control tower that was falling down. Donald Trump wanting to solve problems poorly that are not even real problems. And finally, as it became clear to the aides in the room that Donald Trump was starting to decompensate and he simply couldn't do it anymore, the bevy of aides who mostly have the same look. I don't know if, like, am I not supposed to notice that? The aides have a very similar look. They just rush reporters out of the room. Rumors that there was a diaper blowout. We have no evidence of that, but very, very quickly wanting to get everybody the hell out of there. Dear God.
And who would not sign proof of citizenship? Only people that want to cheat. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody, guys. Thank you, President.
Thank you. Thank you, Bev.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Out. These, listen, if Hillary Shea, the speech language pathologist I interviewed earlier, is to be believed, and if her predictions are accurate, or her analysis is accurate, she didn't really make predictions, it is going to become increasingly difficult for Donald Trump to do these events. And there is a reason that Donald Trump is sitting down when they start, sitting down when they end, is not pictured walking in or out of the room, and why they are increasingly short in duration. And it's that he can't do it. It's not working. Now,
Mark your calendar. August 12th, 2026. The day you'll tell your grandchildren about. It starts like any other Wednesday. Then, at 11:47 a.m., the sun begins to die. The temperature drops 15 degrees in minutes. Birds fall silent mid-song. Dogs howl at midday. Children cry, asking, "Mom, why is the sun disappearing?" For 4 minutes and 28 seconds, Europe goes completely dark. But here's what makes it impossible. In Spain, the sun sets while still eclipsed. A black hole sinking into the ocean. Something you'll never see again in your lifetime. Hours later, darkness returns. But this time, there's no moon at all. The sky becomes a void, darker than any night you've ever experienced. And then, the universe explodes. 100 shooting stars per hour. The Perseids meteor shower at maximum. Some meteors so bright they cast shadows on the ground. Fire raining from heaven. One day, 2 cosmic events, 1 lifetime memory. August 12th, 2026. The day Earth went dark twice. Will you be watching or scrolling?
Right through me, and I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. The people run in circles, it's a very, very start with your name. 47. That's not a name.
No, but it is mine.
What exactly are you?
An assassin.
And you're here to kill who?
You should really let me go.
Last time I checked, you're the one locked in here with me, and I'm the one with the gun.
No, Mr. Sanders. You're locked in here with me, and you just brought me mine.
Look, I know this is gonna sound strange, because it is. He's an engineered human being. Stronger, faster, more intelligent than normal people. They're called agents.
What does any of this have to do with me?
Your father started the agent program. He knows their weakness. You're the key to finding your father.
Never thought I'd see a time when the majority of Americans had an anti-Israeli perspective in the polling. I didn't think that day would come. So clearly there's been a movement in public sentiment globally about what the Israeli government has been doing. I mean, when Ben-Gvir's wife on his 50th birthday last week gives him a birthday cake of a golden noose, you're dealing with psychopathic mentality. I'm sorry.
I want to talk about American public opinion that you cited there. For people to have gone from believing that to where they are now is due solely to two things.
Yeah.
Israel's slaughter in the Gaza Strip, unremitting cruelty, which we all can see them deliberately killing children, etc., and then dragging us into another no-win war in the Middle East, just like with W. Bush. Netanyahu and his men promised it'll be easy. We'll just tell them that they're making nuclear weapons. We'll go in there, we'll get a regime change, and everything will be fine.
The most brilliant commander in the Soviet Navy.
Ramey has trained most of their officer corps. He's nearly a legend in the submarine community.
The most deadly submarine ever built.
This thing could park a couple of hundred warheads off Washington. Nobody'd know a thing about it until it was all over.
And once more, we play our dangerous game with our old adversaries, the American Navy.
His plan is a mystery.
A man with your responsibilities reading about the end of the world.
Apparently, he has suffered a kind of nervous breakdown in which he announced his intention to fire his missiles on the United States.
We want us to help you hunt him down, kill him.
Open the outer doors, firing point procedures. We sail into history.
I'm gonna blow him right to Mars.
Ramius might be trying to defect.
You're just an analyst. What can you possibly know what goes on in his mind?
I'll give you 3 days to prove your theory correct.
I am not field personnel. I am only an analyst.
You're perfect.
I'm expendable.
He's defecting. You willing to bet your life on that? From the best-selling novel by Tom Clancy, from the director of Die Hard.
Give this man a chance.
My orders are specific. Battle stations.
Sean Connery, Alec Baldwin, James Earl Jones, Scott Glenn, Sam Neill. The Hunt for Red October.